Coming into a relationship, the big thing that a woman has control of is when they have sex. 99 times out of 100, a woman is going to say when. But what often happens is after sex, a woman will chase the man around for the relationship, the thing that he's in control of. Because the way that it was always supposed to be was a man was supposed to say to a woman, I will give you security, marriage, if you give me sex. So a woman that gives sex and doesn't get marriage or commitment is always giving and not getting. And the man is getting and not giving. That's why the world looks at a man that has sex with a lot of women as a stud and a woman that has sex with a lot of men as a hoe. I'm not saying that one party is less guilty than the other, but I did just prove my point.
If there's one video you want to keep so that you keep watching so that it will remind you of the one thing you should not do until marriage, this is it. I'm going to try and put the link in the description so that you can find the video and you watch it and store that video somewhere on your phone or put it on your downloads. We talk about high value, low value men and everything in a secular way. Now, if we really get down to being spiritual, a high value woman in this context is somebody who says, no, I'm not having sex until I get married. Some of you might be watching this video now and you know what has happened. Some of you have had sex, you thought you was going to capture him, and at the end of the day, he's going to marry you, but it didn't happen. And some of you are still in relationships now where it is happening. You feel like, okay, if I give it to him more, if I give it to him this way, he's going to commit and we're going to get married. It doesn't work that way. And let me just tell you, even if you were able to get away with it and he finally got married to you, that marriage is going to lack some ingredients. And I'm not going to be talking about the lack of those ingredients. Today, we're going to focus on the reality, which most ladies might not want to hear. And I'm going to give it raw. Do not make yourself cheap. Think about sex this way. Sex is like you have opened it up for the person. The last thing you're supposed to open for somebody, for some of you, is the first thing you are trying to open. There's a reason why you have your bath in a bathroom so that people will not see your nakedness. Now, somebody who you are going to share your life with for the rest of your life, all of a sudden, you just open it up for him. What is there now that you'll be looking forward to? And by the way, speaking as a man, don't let a man deceive you into thinking that they are not looking forward to sex. If a man comes to meet you and say he wants to marry you, he has already calculated that this woman, I would like to have sex with her. Is something that is in the mind of a man. Is part of the reason why men get married. Is part of the reason why I got married. So the person that is coming after you is not going to be different. If it's part of the reason, does that not mean that we should now start giving it anyhow? No, we have to wait it in the context of marriage. If a guy keeps pushing you, wants to have sex, want to have sex, that has told you this whole story. The guy doesn't care about you. If a guy loves you, he's going to do the needful, which is to wait for you to get married to you before he does what he needs to do. From what he said, you have given him sex. Now, everything that goes with marriage that you deserve, that status, okay, I'm married, that freedom to live your life, like, okay, you want to have kids and every other thing. For some reason, by virtue of you giving him sex now, you want to keep giving him and he'll be getting it without any problems. And that's exactly what he explained. You, on the other hand, people are looking at you, look at this fool. You are just giving him sex. When is he going to marry? In fact, he's not even going to marry you. Everything is confirmed. He leaves you, he goes for another person. And let me just tell you, lady, this. There are some people that know that they're not going to get married to you. This is even the worst part of the whole story. They just know that they will just keep having sex, deceiving you, promising you. And ladies like promises. They like when they are being deceived for some reason. I'm sorry to say it here, but it's the truth. If you're that kind of lady, he's still playing with you. I'm doing this video because of you. Leave that relationship now. Cry all the cry you want to cry. Leave him and let him go. The next person you're going to be with, you have to make sure you get it right. And one thing that we're seeing, which I'm not going to talk much, is that because of the way ladies were used before marriage, when they now get married to the real person, they are now punishing the person. The punishment they were supposed to give to the person that was cutting them, they did not give the person that punishment. Now they have married another one now. They now ration the sex. They were not rationing when they were dating another person. Let us be smart. Sex before marriage is not biblical, and God knows the reason why it's not like that. Can people make mistakes? Absolutely. As Christians, yes, not just unbelievers. What do? We have to dust our clothes, repent, and come out of it. If you're in a relationship where this is happening, just write off that relationship. If the guy is serious, at the end of the day, he will do the needful. And this is where it gets interesting. When you're a young Christian lady, tell yourself, announce to yourself and anybody that can help you, I don't want to give in to any man until I'm married though. When the guys come, anyone that is talking about sex that has showed himself, you can still give him this grace of, okay, don't call me for a certain time, 1 week, 1 month, and make sure sex is never coming out of your mouth, because the day it comes out, that is the day you are blocked from my everything. It's high we can just greet each other, but It's not going to go past that. If you can maintain this, you'll be surprised at how fast your relationships go. No, very minimal heartbreaks. Why? Because both of you are now sitting down to discuss where life is going. You are not planning on the next sex. That is how God has designed it. Before I got married to my wife, we decided we were not going to do anything. We just knew and we decided. Now, what did that do for us? We were supposed to get married in about 6 months, but somehow the church year delay. It took almost 1 year before we finally got married. Why is this important? I was able to go straight to the point with the lady, like, hey, this is where I'm going to marriage and in a life. There was no distraction where it looks like, okay, we don't know what we're looking for. I was able to study her character. She was able to study me. We knew our flaws and everything. And some were working on even before we got married and everything. But if we were having sex before marriage, guess what would have happened? At the end of the day, we will now be sugarcoating things, pretending this thing is not there. We fall into each other's arms. We are daydreaming. That is what happens. And when people now get married, you say, I did not know that you were like this. You have changed. Nobody changed in our marriage. When we got married, we knew exactly. I knew what my wife was lacking. She knew what I was lacking. So we entered into the marriage to help each other, to complement one another. That is what gives a good marriage. It's not who you marry in terms of the person is beautiful. It is how Christ-like you are trying to become, which is part of staying away from sex, is part of being Christ-like. Those are the things that give you the marriage that you deserve, that you desire. And if you have gone off track, retrace your steps as ladies. If you throw that power that you have away to, sometimes some men have changed because they saw a woman they like, they were just like hypnotized. You could be that lady, and the guy is not really doing well. You see him take God seriously, not just coming to church. Because of you, he takes the extra mile. Let me even know this God. This lady loves God. Before you know anything, it is not once. You will not be the first. You will not be the last. If it happens to you, there are a lot of guys that were saved because the lady just challenged them that, hey, if you don't do this like this, it's not pretending. I'm not saying you should force somebody to go and make a decision it's not ready to make. But we know that some people actually, because they care about you, what they have not been giving attention to, they now start giving attention to that thing. Then, giving attention to it, they are now able to get it right, and maybe they won't have you to thank for it down the line. So a lot of ladies are married that way. Say no because you don't want your value to drop. Very important. A lot of ladies, for some reason in this generation, they don't understand that simple principle. Your biggest bargaining chip, or one of the biggest bargaining chip, I want to believe that your character plus your being a Christian is your biggest bargaining chip. However, not giving sex before marriage is another big bargaining chip. He said that the guy is staying or is leaving. If he's staying to stay by the rules, which is no sex before marriage, or he's leaving because he doesn't want to. Maybe along the line, he may find something about you he doesn't care about, but let it be known that he did not use you and now dumped you. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Every godly lady deserves a godly man. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how ladies perceive this, because men don't have anything to lose by having sex with you. That's just the bitter truth. You have everything to lose.